Today, I'm going on a $5 food adventure. I've been wanting to go to El Super Hispanic Market for over a year now. I've been working so much and I just haven't had the time to travel to distant lands. Just kidding. It's actually less than 5 miles from my house. However, it is in another city, and in my mind, it did seem kind of far away. But the reality is, it's very close by, and I keep seeing their online sales that show the most amazing deals on meats and vegetables. I mean, look at this, 87 cents a pound for pork and $1.69 a pound for chicken breast. So today, I want to get over there and explore that market. I'm taking my oldest son, Justin, with me. I'm hoping to get some deals for an upcoming video, and I'm taking $5 to spend on my food adventure. I'm looking for new foods that I've never tried before. I love Mexican food, so this should be a lot of fun for me. Cuesta menos means costs less, and I'm hoping they're right. First off, this is much bigger than I thought it was going to be. This is a huge building. I'm already spotting items that I don't have any clue what they are, so I'm just going to walk through and explore a little bit. I do know about dried chilies, and that's a great price for ancho chilies. £2 for 99 cents is a great deal on the cabbage, and I happen to need this for a video I'm doing. Ethnic markets are a great place to purchase staples. El Super had black beans, 20 pounds for $19.99, which is a great deal. They also had 20 pounds of long grain rice for $13.99. They had 20 pounds of pintos for $17.99. They had a 20-pound bag of peruano beans as well, but I didn't see a price on those. I love that they had a variety of loose beans for sale, and they also had a large variety of dried chili peppers. Some of the other markets that I shop at in the area do have some dried chilies, but not to the extent that they had them here. I used to buy this Foster Farms turkey variety mix when my boys were little, but I haven't seen this in stores for a long time. My family and I recently discovered the Mexican table cream, and we really enjoyed that. So I think we would like to try another style of the cream. And I noticed they had a huge variety. I'm not sure what all of the different kinds are. If anybody has inside info on this, please do let me know. What's your favorite? What should I try next? We're just not sure what the difference is amongst all of these different types of cream. I spotted these sopes, and since I've never had them before and they fit into my budget, this might be a great idea for my $5 food adventure. When I priced these out, I noticed that Walmart had them, but I've just never spotted them there before. While I was there, I picked up some hominy for the pozole that I made in last week's video. Let me just say that I now understand why they make such large containers of hominy, because I am definitely going to be buying one of those big containers next time I make pozole, because it was so delicious and their price was way better than Walmart's. I noticed that like other ethnic markets, they had a great deal on spices. I was surprised to find that they even had bulk chia seeds and flaxseed. Walmart only had organic options, so it wasn't possible to do a straight comparison, but I found the price was good, and I especially like to be able to purchase in smaller quantities. I'm not usually one for purchasing too many drinks, but their containers look so refreshing with their tropical fruits. So I think I'm going to pick a couple of these out, and my son and I are going to have some fun taste testing these. Some of those drinks I've seen at Walmart as well, but I noticed I ended up purchasing 2 of the green cans. I got this green guava drink, and the other was a soursop, which I've never even heard of a soursop, much less tried it. They also had these guava nectar and mango nectar drinks that I thought looked interesting. These are the ones that I think they have at Walmart. We noticed that they had the largest variety of crush soft drinks that we've ever seen in a store.
$13.99. You get carne asada, already marinated. All of this is marinated, just good to go. For $14, you get chicken, pork, and steak.
Here is what I got for my $5 food adventure. I got the sopes, 3 chayotes, and I am showing 2 drinks here, but I actually got 3. I got the green guava drink, a hibiscus drink, and also the soursop drink, which is not pictured. With the third drink, I'm slightly over my $5 food budget, but that's okay. I'm just looking forward to trying something new. When I purchased the chayotes, each one was in its own individual bag. I looked it up later and realized they store them that way so that they don't dry out. So I probably shouldn't have removed those. And now let's make sopes. By now, you may have realized that when I went to El Super, I went ahead and did some shopping for the previous video, and I purchased this cilantro then, which was about a week and a half ago, and surprisingly, it's still in very good condition. I didn't put it in water or anything. So that led me to look up cilantro, and I realized that there are actually 10 different varieties. So whatever kind it was that they had there at El Super was a very hardy one. I know that when I get my cilantro at Aldi, the stalks are very small and flimsy, and it wilts within a day or two. Lettuce is typically used as a topping instead of cabbage, but I don't have any lettuce and I do have cabbage left over, so I'm just using what I have. I've got lettuce, tomatoes, cilantro, and beans. I also do have avocado, so for this first one, I'm gonna just use all of my toppings and see how I like it. Some of my viewers have said that they are picky eaters and therefore have a hard time trying new foods. I would say to that if you know that you like certain ingredients, start with those. For example, with Mexican food, I know I love these ingredients. So pretty much anything that I'm going to try that has those ingredients, I know that I'm already going to like. So trying these sopes was definitely a win for me. I'm not sure why I didn't try these sooner. I think that these would be great to serve at a dinner party because my family loves tacos, but it is kind of difficult frying up all of the shells, especially the way we like our tortilla shells. But I was thinking when I was making these for my family that these would be amazing to make up in advance and have people, go through the line and fill their own sope the way that they like it. I think it would be really fun for everyone. And it would be great because as a hostess, you don't want to be in the kitchen, cooking. You want to be visiting with your guests. And I think that this would just make a really easy, carefree dinner. Maybe also have, a pot of rice and a side of beans. I made a slow cooker pork carnitas recipe recently on my channel that my family loved. And that would have been really good on these sopes. I tried this a couple of different ways. I tried it this way where I didn't put as much on. I just put a little bit of salsa, queso fresco, beans, cabbage, and I think I actually liked it better this way. I do want to take a second to thank my viewers that help to support my channel. I was planning to get a mango salsa. I thought that would contrast nicely with the goat cheese, but it doesn't look like they have that anymore. They do have this pineapple salsa. I'm just not sure though. I'm thinking I might want to get their green salsa again. I'm wondering how that would go with the goat cheese. A quick Google search reveals to me that a Michelin rated chef also thought this was a great combination, so that's enough for me. Now, my only question is, do I go with the one I normally go with or the Hatch Valley salsa? Some of my viewers said that this was very good, so what I'd like to do is a side-by-side taste test comparison, but I think I'll hold off on that for now, but I am going to go ahead and try the Hatch salsa. This time, I thought I would try broiling my sopes to see if I can get them a nice crispy texture without the oil. I thought the vegan sausage would add some additional protein and flavor without the fat and cholesterol. The egg and goat cheese already have enough, so it'll be good that our sausage won't. Because there isn't any fat in the sausage, I do think it might be a little bit dry, but the salsa verde, egg, and goat cheese should help to balance that out. I tried this Hatch Valley salsa and it doesn't have very much heat at all. It is very mild and I do believe it's less tangy than their salsa verde, but I would need to do a side-by-side taste test to be sure. The heat from the sope and the egg is melting the goat cheese and turning it into this most delicious sauce. I think the best thing to do here is to just pick it up and eat it. This is my favorite kind of breakfast food, and I love anything with goat cheese on it. The sope got really crispy, and I think from now on, when I make my dinner sope with refried beans, I would like it to have this very crispy texture to help balance the creaminess of the beans. The Hatch salsa goes so well with the goat cheese. I wish my egg was a little bit less cooked. I like this meal so much that I made it the next day and tried to perfect my cooking of it. I made the sope a little less crispy, I didn't cook the sausage quite as long, and I made the perfect egg. I enjoyed this recipe, and it's definitely a keeper. This would have also worked with a red salsa, and I do still want to try this with some kind of sweet component in the near future. This might even be good with a little bit of raspberry jam. A week has gone by, and I still haven't tried the chayote. If I'm being honest, I think I feel a little apprehensive. I'm not sure how to cook it, and I'm not even sure I'm gonna like it. Some of the comments said it didn't really have much flavor at all. When I looked up the information online, I realized that in some places they cultivate it off the ground, which I thought was very interesting. I also discovered that all parts of the chayote plant are edible, from the leaves, which is frequently used in a stir fry, to the root, which is starchy like a potato, and finally the squash, which, like other squashes, is actually a fruit. When I looked up chayote recipes, I found that it is frequently used in soups, stir fries, and salads. I think the first thing I'm going to do is just see what it tastes like raw. That was completely unexpected. It is crispy and very fresh tasting. It's not hugely flavorful, but yet it's delightful at the same time, if that kind of makes any sense. I love the texture, and it's not at all like any other squash I've tasted. This would make an excellent crudité and would also be great in a salad dressed up with a little vinaigrette and an apple. I have this envy apple. I do kind of wish I had a tart green apple to go with it. But I'm going to go ahead and cut these up in small pieces and toss it together in a salad and see how I like that. You have to try this. It is so good. You really don't have to put the Dijon mustard in there if you don't want to. I added it because I do like that, but really just having the vinegar and a little sugar or honey or another kind of sweetener is fine. And since I do have feta, I'm going to go ahead and add that in. And I will say that that was also delicious. Every time I kept adding stuff to the salad, it just made it even better. I also had a little bit of leftover cabbage and carrots from last week, so I just went ahead and dumped that in there, and it was delicious with the cabbage. I love the texture of the squash. There just really isn't anything like it. I mean, you've got jicama, but I actually like the texture of this better and the flavor of this a lot better than another vegetable like jicama. Yesterday for lunch, I decided to also try the chayote in a stir fry. And so I had a little bit of tofu and green beans in the fridge. So I sliced up the chayote thin and I made the stir fry the way I normally do, with a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of brown sugar. I added some chili garlic sauce. I also added a little bit of garlic powder, and I wanted to fry this very quickly because I wanted to make sure that the squash still had its crispy texture to it. And then I added a little bit of sesame and ate it. I didn't add a lot of the chayote because I didn't know if I was going to like it, but when I ate this, it was still nice and crispy, and it had that wonderful flavor from the stir fry that I love so much. But it was a nice texture balance to the chewiness of the tofu. So I would definitely make this in my stir fry again. I don't think I would purchase it for the stir fry. I would definitely purchase the squash to eat on its own, eating it raw, and then whatever was left over, I would definitely throw in a stir fry, if that makes any sense. It was really, really delicious, and actually, this might start to grow on me because I loved that balance of the tofu with the squash. I almost forgot to show you the drinks. We enjoyed trying these out. Okay, so first off, we tried the sour sop, and let me just say that this did not taste at all what I thought it was going to taste like. I thought that with a name like sour sop, it was actually going to be sour, which I was actually looking forward to, but it wasn't sour at all. It was very, very mild. I mean, I would say it was just okay. I probably wouldn't buy it again. But I did like learning about a new fruit that I'd never heard of, which is the sour sop. The fruit has been described as having a flavor that is a combination of strawberries and apple with sour citrus flavor notes. So I would be kind of excited to try that fruit just on its own. I have never tried a hibiscus drink before, so that was really interesting. It was a light floral flavor and not overly sweet, which was really refreshing and tasty. I would probably buy this one again. This green guava was my son's favorite, and it had a thicker viscosity to it, and actually I really like that flavor as well. It's kind of hard to describe what it tasted like, but I would give it a shot if you ever see that drink around, because we both enjoyed trying it and we would definitely drink that one again. That's it, guys. Hope you liked this video. I'll see you in the next one.